Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Fifth Road Spirit. I am here with your Aries season readings. So this is obviously the first card in the reading for Aries. But I want to go ahead and make sure I protect the space while I'm doing the reading, and let's go ahead and get started. First off, let's talk about Aries. So we're in Aries season officially. It started on the 21st of March, and it also coincides with the spring equinox. So this is basically the beginning of the astrological new year, and the sun is moved into Aries. Everything that we processed over the last year and reviewed during our deep time in Pisces season, it was really deep for me. I don't know how it was for you all. We're now ready to actually put all that stuff that we went through or went over in Pisces season and everything that we went through over the last year, we're ready to go into action now. And Aries is a fire sign, and of course that means action. That means creativity, creative energy, spontaneity, inspiration. That's what a fire sign is all about. And Aries is also represented by the sign of the ram. So why the ram? And in Greek mythology, the ram was the source of the prized golden fleece, a symbol of authority and kingship. And if we look at this Aries card that I have here, one of my guide cards, the Aries is synonymous with the Emperor card in tarot, and it's also synonymous with the entire wands, the entire suite of the wands, along with all the other fire signs, Leo and Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and let's get into Aries reading. So Aries, you all got the High Priestess card. This is quite interesting. Because to me, the High Priestess is, well, the High Priestess is the writer, the guide, and it also symbolizes the moon. We have a full moon coming up. So, Aries, you all are pretty much the gatekeepers here. Anything that is happening in Aries season is going to be through the energy of the High Priestess. And I say that because it's almost as if we're fully moving into this idea of the feminine now moving into leadership, because we think of Aries of course represented by the ram, and then the golden fleece. The golden fleece is about authority. It represented authority and kingship, right? But kingship is also leadership now. It could be queenship, but there's this energy, right, of this feminine coming into real power, this balance coming in of there's no more just the feminine it's no more just the masculine energy being in charge and the feminine having to fight, right, against that energy. Not only is there a fullness coming in of the power and the strength of the feminine, but also a balance between the two is on the horizon. And so that's what we're looking at in Aries season. Now, Aries themselves, personally and in your life, you're probably very much governed by the masculine energy, the masculine energy of wanting to get things done, of wanting to be in control, right, of your own sense of space and power. But now there's got to be some sort of balance here. If you struggle with structure, if you struggle with too much structure, if you struggle with too much, logic, this High Priestess energy is going to come in, and it may confuse you a little bit. It may confuse you in the way that it's showing up. But I think, Aries, that you'll be very open to having it come in. Because again, we've got the High Priestess, the Moon. For you all, this is a liminal space. And that could mean that you do like some out of control things this season. But you know, hey, it's Aries season. Do what you want to do, right? Just, you know, don't hurt anybody, please. Okay, so let me go ahead and get some guidance for y'all, because what I did not do is pull guidance. Mostly because, I don't know, I was trying to go with Aries being that, you know, oh, what's the word? Spontaneous, right? Okay, let's see who I have here. I think I'm going to go with Mystical Shaman Oracle, because you all are in the liminal space. So I'm going to do that for the rest of these readings. So let me go ahead and get a card for you all from the Mystical Shaman deck. Okay. Trying not to shake the table too much here, because my tripod is pretty sensitive to movement. All right. So, Spirit, do we have any guidance for Aries during their season? Let's see. There we go. Oh, wow. So this came out, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to take it right side up. Let me see if you all can see that. That's kind of, there we go. Sorry, I hope that wasn't out of. All right, so you all got the lower world. Now, the lower world is where shamans travel. This is where shamans travel. Well, this is where I first traveled in my shamanic journeys. That was the first place I traveled. But the lower world is, this is where, again, you know, we go and get answers. We go and get guidance from our animal guide. I just had the book. Oh, here it is. Sorry. All right. Let me go ahead and read this for you all. Make sure you all can see all of that. Okay. The lower world. Card 31. Okay, the lower world holds the hidden treasures of humanity. It is a place of rich and fruitful darkness where we can find the disowned parts of ourselves and the abandoned aspects of our psyches. The lower world is the place of our ancestors, where we discover the gifts and lessons from the past. It is the realm of the collective unconscious. Here we can meet our demons and transform them into pure energy, our source of personal power. The invitation. It is time to unearth your hidden treasures. Do not make yourself small in order for others to like or accept you. Yeah. Bring out the hidden gems and precious stones that you have kept inside your heart, hidden even from yourself. It's time to honor your past and recast your life as a heroic quest. Isn't that great for Aries season, right? Even overall, even if you're not an Aries watching this, that is a great way to look at this next astrological year, is that heroic quest to bring your new self to light. Okay. As you journey into the lower world, you will be offered all the gifts of your ancestors. Their struggles, the way they hurt, the way they lived, and the way they died will become blessings. So I'm also going to read the medicine for this card, because I think it actually came out kind of sideways. So the medicine for this card, if the invitation isn't vibing with you, are you one of those people who do not like to face the past? Now your past is calling to be acknowledged, to be heard, and to be embraced. The only way to become unstuck is to honor everything that has transpired in your life, reflect on the lessons learned, and move on. If you bear witness to your past and learn its lessons, it will stop haunting you. As you embrace its gifts, you will recover a missing part of your soul. So this also kind of ties into, you know, that there's this liminal dark space, right? The dark feminine with this high priestess. And there's also, again, there's this aspect of what's calling here the lower world. And even doing shadow work is kind of a parallel to that shamanic journey that will get you that, you know, that medicine and the invitation all in one. So if you're interested in doing shadow retrieval, you know, please contact me. I would love to do a session with you. Yeah, so let's go ahead and go to Taurus. Okay, so next up is Taurus. Taurus, you all are represented by the Hierophant in the major arcana. You all are, I mean, it's pretty much your earth signs, you know, this is, the Hierophant is indicative of the superego, the model of the environment and how the environment affects us. This is also about, you know, if this is a health issue, you're seeking conventional medicine or you're treating it with exercise. So when I see this Son of Swords, this Knight of Swords, I know, of course, I didn't mention this before, I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot. So Swords is a suite of clarity, it's a suite of like ideas. The Son of Swords is the Knight of Swords, and he typically is known for loyalty. And of course, you know, you guys, Taurus, you all are known for your loyalty, but you're also known for your stubbornness. So if you are going into battle for someone, you know, the only thing I want you to be sure of here is make sure that you're going into battle for someone who is doing the same for you. You know, sometimes, yes, we can go in and go to battle for anyone. I mean, because look at the guidance that came out for you all, the arrow in reverse. Sometimes when we go into battle for people, it can turn around and turn against us. And that's just my overview here. But yeah, when we talk about the knights, we talk about I see it as not just the message, as in the case with the page. We're actually talking about evidence. Like, this is the action that comes behind that message, with the message. So you're coming in, you might even be being loyal to someone by telling them the truth or by giving them, you know, all these great ideas. But if these ideas backfire on you, you know, are you actually doing something that's right for you? And how can you actually turn whatever you were going to say to the other person, how can you turn that back and direct it at yourself? Just so you can maybe understand what you might be saying or doing to the other person before you rush in with your loyalty or your ideas or your clarity, right? So let's look at the guidance for you all. This is 3 in reverse, the arrow, okay, so you can see the book here. This is Mystical Shaman Oracle. Make sure you all can see that. Okay, so the essence of this card, receiving the symbol reminds you that when you are in alignment with your heart and soul, you are on target and will soon be hitting your mark. Look at that, Son of Swords. Be true to your calling, release attachments, and free yourself from the bondage of unbridled ambition. Now is revealed to be a moment of contact in which your intention meets the material world. The arrow also symbolizes the need to set your creativity free. The medicine, since this card is in reverse. This is a time to admit that by continuing on the path you are on, you might be shooting yourself in the foot. Could it be that you have become so attached to winning this game that you have missed the true mark? What if your arrow was never meant to land where you wanted it? Now is the time to regroup and ask yourself if what you desire is really worth your energy. This is a sign that something better is waiting. Consider the wisdom in not getting what you want. Suffering in this case is a pathway to heal the parts of you that feel unworthy, the parts that worry there isn't enough. Make peace with these voices. What is truly yours will be waiting for you. Awesome. Yeah, well, that's Taurus. That's your tarot reading and oracle guidance for Aries season. And next up, we have Gemini. All right, Gemini. This is your reading for Aries season 2021. So I'm putting the cards out exactly as they came out. Most of the cards came out face up. These 3 cards all came out at the same time, face down. So Gemini, let's see what's going on here. Whew. My goodness. You all have a lot of fire energy here. Make sure you can see this. So first up, we have the 8 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, and the Father of Wands. Wow. Wow. Friends, Gemini, you all are busy this Aries season. Holy moly. Okay, let's get into this. You're going to see a lot of passion coming in, a lot of excitement, probably a lot of new demands coming in. So, and Geminis, I don't know if you all are used to being the center of attention. This almost has like a lot of Leo energy to it, in that you all are the center of attention for all these things that are coming in, right? And because you all are the center of attention in some way this month or this Aries season, that could cause a little bit of misdirected energy. And I say misdirected energy, and what I really could say is gossip, right? I could also say miscommunication, which is also probably considered gossip as well. But let's talk about this Father of Wands too. This is actually someone coming in and saying, no, Gemini, you are the one in charge here. You are the one that has authority to make the mission decision, right? I just read something about wands that I wanted to consider in my readings. Hold on, I'll be right back. It was so, it kind of blew my mind, and I think it might be relevant here, but I wanted to make sure. Let me see. Because it was so mind-blowing to me, or at least something to note. Yes, 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 yes. So this is what I was looking at with my studies with shadow work. I'm doing a lot of investigating storytelling in regards to Jungian analysis. And I was watching something about the animus. And the animus is basically the man within the woman. And it struck me that the wands in tarot could very easily be an awakening or a dealing from the animus. If you're a woman watching this, it could be that you're masculine. Your animus is awakening and it's causing a little bit of chaos. But the Father of Wands is coming in to say there's a positive side of this Wands energy, this Aries season for Gemini. And there's a decision to be made because Gemini is represented by the Lovers card, so could be about a choice. It could be about getting the right support. You've got the right support to make this decision. This could be about claiming who you are, right? So let's go ahead and look at this a little bit more closely. Well, let's look at it through the eyes of the guidance. All right, the Eagle. Number 16, and it's in reverse. So the eagle comes from the east. This is the eagle card. The eagle comes from the east, the place of the rising sun, of new beginnings. She soars high in the sky, seeing the smallest detail with clarity, without losing track of the bigger picture, and nests in the high mountains. For eagle, there are no obstacles, only opportunities. She calls you to ascend, to acquire perspective, so you can fly wing to wing with the Great Spirit. The medicine here, it is time to see through the eyes of eagle. Wow, what did I just say? Let's look at this through the eyes of the guidance, right? Let your vision of the whole and of its parts become laser-like. So the whole here is that you've got all these blessings coming in with this Eight of Wands. What might be, this could be, this Five of Wands here could be that maybe you do have your priorities out of sync. Maybe this is not external, but internal, is that, all these blessings are coming in, but you don't have your priorities straight. And it's time to really get yourself in shape, right? What's the better phrase for that? Get yourself ready, and get yourself in this space. Claim your power. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. What did you come to do in this life? Did you come to climb up the ladder of financial or social success? Did you come to become a better person, to heal your heart, and to realize your essential self? What is your divine mission? Yes, didn't I say that earlier? Mission. Leadership. What is your divine mission here on earth? No more excuses. Of course, you do not have enough time, enough money, or enough sleep, yet the time is now to fly to your chosen purpose. Very powerful. If you postpone it, you are betraying yourself. Look through the eyes of eagle and consider every obstacle an opportunity. Where you set your intention is where you'll end up. Free yourself and live your highest destiny. It's time to fly. All right, Gemini, that's your reading for Aries season. I'll be right back. Okay, next up we have Cancer, the sign of Cancer. This is your reading for, Aries season. So Cancer, you all are represented by the major arcana card of of the Chariot. So the Chariot is about transition. It could be about actual transportation. It could be about being in control of your success, behind the driver's wheel, if you could say. Regardless of your direction, it could be about travel and adventure. And if you're working around health issues, when the sign of Cancer is about the digestive system, and could be about new energy or new exercise. So let's look at the card that we have for Cancer. You all got the Four of Pentacles. Now, it's interesting when we think of the Four of Pentacles. You know what? Four of Pentacles is about resistance. There could be some sort of change that you all are resisting, which sounds interesting. Or at least you have a lot of resources that are being pulled in several different directions. And even though Cancer, you all are the Chariot card, there is this sense of your stable resources experiencing a little bit of instability. So, and it might not even be that, it could be that you're dealing with, what do I do with my talents next? Which direction do I go in? And what's stopping me from moving fully in that direction? Because sometimes that involves, having to create an imbalance, right? That's what change does. It creates an imbalance so that we can move and push into another direction. So consider if in this card, right, in this card of the Four of Pentacles, right, because Pentacles is about Earth, It could also, you know what, I'm getting a feeling of stuckness here too, that you all are stuck. So it could be about being stuck. It could be about resistance against. Cancer, it sounds like you all have some decisions to make. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and read this guidance for you all. This is the Ghost Dance in Reverse, number 22 card from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. Let's see what the guidance is. The Ghost Dance of the American Plains Indians united the spirits of the living with those of the ancestors to bring peace to the world. When the ancestors are honored, they bring harmony to us. When we hold them responsible for all that is wrong with us today, they haunt us. Honor the spirits of the ancestors and receive their lessons and gifts. This includes honoring your own past lives. Wow. I think that's what I'm probably feeling then, is this Four of Pentacles. You can see these pentacles are moving, trying to move in different directions, but they're tied to each other, just like the past is tied to the present, and the future is tied to the past, right? All of these things are pulling on each other, but we can't move until we decide to all move together, right? And this guidance says that we need to, Cancers, need to honor the ancestors, honor your past lives. Let's read the medicine here for this card. If you are trapped in a vicious cycle of nostalgia, mourning a lost youth or opportunities missed, it is time to make an altar for the ancestors. Collect a few photos, light some incense, offer sage, and open the windows of your house to release them to their destiny and to the wind. Be wary of being snared in a relationship with someone from a past lifetime, as the people we loved or hurt have a way of reappearing in our lives. There is no learning for you there anymore. So, you know what? I'll be honest. Personally, I don't think I have any Cancer in my chart. But I have been feeling this sense of personally honoring, or at least finding a balance with my own ancestors as I have my own movement. So, in a vulnerable space, I say this, I have been wrestling with that same idea. How do I let go of the past, but also keep the strength of my ancestors? Because there are definitely some ancestors I don't ever want to encounter again. And I'm very readily, wanting them to go. So I invite you, definitely Cancers, but also anyone else who's watching this, do this ghost dance of releasing the ancestors, honoring and release. Okay? All right. Next up, we have Leo. I'll be right back. All right, Leo. So of course, you all are represented by the Strength card. So Leo and the Strength card, you all are about willingness, self-compassion. This is about the gateway. It could be about the gateway to the internal life as far as the psyche goes. Health-wise, this is also about improved control over your health, fitness, and balance. This is also a connection to the higher self if you're looking at it from a spiritual standpoint. So you all got the Mother of Cups. The Mother of Cups to me is about, every time I see the Mother of Cups come up, I see therapy. I see a therapist. I see someone who can hold the chaos of emotion and the expression of emotion in safety, but also be very discerning about how that information is shared, how that expression is shared. So you all could be, if not in therapy, you are managing your emotions very wisely. And in a way that, again, yeah, that is definitely, you are taking into account the needs of so many people, right? So you're enclosing the space for people to have their say. And the question is, yes, you have that space that you're providing to everyone else because you are the strong Leo, right? You are the compassionate guide, right? The one everyone looks to in this sense. But at some point, yes, consider, just consider, you need a space of your own as well. So let's look at your guidance, Leo. You all have the Heart of the Sky, card 24, in its upright position. The Heart of the Sky is the love force that made all creation possible. This same force is present when you create with originality, when you bring formless to form, or inspired ideas to expression. This primeval force does not know good or bad. It is up to us to provide the clear intention that will guide it to manifest. The Heart of the Sky helps us call in beauty from the invisible world and birth it in the world of matter. The invitation. The Heart of the Sky brings you a sacred reminder. You are a channel for the original energy of creation. Become the paintbrush, the canvas, and the artist, all guided by the Heart of the Sky. Set your intention ethically and clearly, and allow the universe to take care of the details. Yeah, I do see this, because cups are about emotion. Cups are about intuition. This is about, but the Mother of Cups means that it is this mature feminine energy that, again, if we think about it in terms of the body, right? And we think about the cups, right? The cups could stand for, the womb. And in this, the allegory, or the what's the word? I can't think of the word. Basically, if we think of the womb as this cup of creation that holds the chaos, right? That holds the infinite, that holds, all this space for creation, right? This is your energy, Leo, for Aries season. I hope that you are taking advantage of this energy to create and to understand the amount of space that you have to contain all this life force. It's almost as if you're holding the universe in your internal space, and you can create anything you want. This is the time to manifest. This is the time, not so much to be greedy, right? But this is a time to manifest the love and be a channel, like the Heart of the Sky says, be a channel for that love. All right, Leo, that's your reading for Aries season. I'll be right back. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, you all are represented by the Hermit card in the Major Arcana. The Hermit is about guides and teachers. It's about self-knowledge or internal focus. It's about learning to shine your light alone, or definitely taking time for yourself. These are the two cards that came out. They came out face side down. So let's go ahead and see what your reading is about. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Whew. Okay, the World. So, the World. You've got the World. Okay, let me go ahead. I'm just looking at the reading like, oh my goodness. So there's the World card, the number 21. This is the last card in the Major Arcana. And you've also got the Ace of Wands. And it's so fitting, right? The World card is about endings and beginnings. You can see the circle here. It's like beginnings and endings, but it's this constant cycle of knowing that you've basically traveled the full earth, right? You've traveled this full cycle, and you're almost back to the beginning. But how fitting is it that you come in with the energy of the Wands here, the Ace of Wands? This is a new passion. This is new. This is an awakening of passion, of creativity, of, there's this spark, right? The spark of creativity, and how great it is that it arrives with the spring equinox. So it could be that you are ending something pretty major, like a pretty major cycle. And this small spark, right, this small spark of energy and creativity comes in and is readying you for a new beginning. Now, Virgos, I know that you all are guides and teachers, right? But a lot of times, you know, I think Virgos find themselves, what's the word? Kind of, so a lot of times I just feel like Virgos don't think they need any guidance. Not to say that all Virgos are like that at all, but I think maybe Virgos, you know, okay, Tauruses get a lot of flack for being bullheaded, right? But I really think it's the Virgos that have a little bit of a harder time with actually taking any guidance, because, you know, when they're the ones that are teaching and giving, they think they should be the one central focus, the one that knows everything, which is fine, which is absolutely fine, right? But the best teachers make the best students, okay? So just remember that, Virgos, as you're ending something and starting something new, maybe make some space for beginnings, maybe make some space for a new passion, and yeah, take some time for yourself, right? Okay, let's go ahead and look at your guidance. This is the giveaway card in reverse. The giveaway is the gift you offer to life without attachment, without expecting anything back. You can only give what is truly yours: a smile, a nod of encouragement, a gentle touch, and a kind word. This is not giving to others what you no longer want, like the sweater that no longer fits, but gifting that which is most precious, your authentic love and genuine feelings. Yeah, this is what I see of the Ace of Wands as well. There is passion here coming from a space of creativity. The medicine with the giveaway card. It is difficult for you to set limits on how much Is it difficult for you to set limits on how much of yourself you give? If you give more than is healthy, then you will not be able to give for long. You'll feel resentful with your partner or associates, or you'll feel like the world owes you something in return. So I kind of think that goes along with what I was saying about about Virgos being, you know, hard to put in a new place. It might even be hard for you all to see right now that you're giving too much and you're not putting yourself in a space of learning. You're not taking time for yourself, right? I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to finish reading. Notice if you give for any reason other than pure generosity. Are you trying to be liked or accepted? Are you hoping to heal an old wound? Start giving to yourself first and foremost. Offer yourself the care, the love, the time, and the acceptance that you are longing for. Once you experience plenty, then you can truly give to others. Okay, Virgo, that is your reading for Aries season. I'll be right back. All right, Libra. You all are represented by the Justice card and the Major Arcana. Justice card could be about cause and effect or context. Could be the present is a culmination of past events and experiences. Health-wise, it could mean you're out of balance with your health and you need moderation. Now, just an FYI, I'll note that the meanings for these cards, most of the meanings of these cards I got from taking Jessica Dore's tarot, I think it was her Tarot 101 class, her virtual class. I will link that in my description and on my website. Okay, so Libra. I see Libra also as about balance. And now it's interesting, the moon has come up again. Because I feel like the moon came up in the Aries card. And it's funny, as I was like dealing the cards, what I was feeling was that Libra was probably going to be very close to what Aries was going through. And of course that was confirmed. The lower world card came out again. when I went back and I did all the guidance dealings for these cards. So Yeah, Libra, you might also want to watch the Aries video, the Aries segment. But you all are experiencing this liminal space, this space of, you know, Libras, you could be experiencing balance, but you're probably not seeing it because you're in this space of confusion about whether or not you are balanced, right? It's weird, because if someone else were looking on the outside in, they'd probably see, oh yeah, Libra, you've got everything you've ever told me that you ever wanted. What's the problem? And Libras, you're probably experiencing this, I wouldn't call it a dark night of the soul. I'd probably call it like a mini dark night of the soul. But you're in this space of not knowing, not understanding, and not really being able to put yourself in the shoes of someone looking on the outside in at your own life. Interesting. You all feel out of balance even though everything is good. This is interesting. Let's go ahead and read the guidance. I'll read the lower world again because I can't remember. I read the whole card, but I'm going to read again for you guys. And I'm going to read it just for the upright, just the invitation. Okay. The lower world. The lower world holds the hidden treasures of humanity. It is a place of rich and fruitful darkness where we can find, and again, it's, wow, you all are truly in the darkness. You're in this moon phase, this feminine darkness, right? This is also a place of wisdom. So, you know, the moon, essentially. So I'll continue. It is a place of rich and fruitful darkness where we can find the disowned parts of ourselves and the abandoned aspects of our psyches. The lower world is a place of our ancestors where we discover the gifts and lessons from the past. It is the realm of the collective unconscious. Here we can meet our demons and transfer them into pure energy, our source of personal power. The invitation. It is time to unearth your hidden treasures. Do not make yourself small in order for others to like or accept you. Bring out the gems. I'm hearing that you all made yourselves look balanced on purpose. Take it as you will. Bring out the gems and precious stones that you have kept inside your heart, hidden even from yourself. It's time to honor your past and recast your life as a heroic quest. As you journey into the lower world, you will be offered all the gifts of your ancestors. Their struggles, the way they hurt, the way they lived, and the way they died will become blessings. Okay, Libra, that is your reading for Aries season. I also, again, recommend you look at the Aries reading as well. All right, I'll be back. Hey, Scorpio. So this is your reading for Aries season 2021. So Aries, you all are represented in the major arcana by the Death card. Now, yes, for others, it might scare them, but for you all, you know, the Death card, well, not just for you all, but for everyone, the Death card really just means transformation, new beginnings, and that is largely what life is all about, is constant change, really. You all are all about that, right? If you all could be anything else, I could see you all as like a phoenix, rising again and again and again from the ashes. So if you all are experiencing maybe a health issue, it's really good to find something positive so that you can invite change in your health status. I would recommend that. Now, of course, with the Wheel of Fortune, here comes yet another cycle. You all are used to cycles, right? Because you all are in this death space, this transforming space. And, you know, I see it definitely as, you know, uncertainty for a lot of people. It's an uncertain space. And it could be that you are changing your fortune or changing your health, right? But it's interesting too that you all are death, you all are constant transformation. You get the Wheel of Fortune tarot card, which is a major arcana card, which means it's a major theme, right? And then for the medicine, you all got the medicine wheel in reverse. So again, this is nothing new to you all at all. I think I just saw a ladybug land on my window. That's so cool. Hopefully that means something. Also, Also, just FYI, as I was going through my picking the cards for each sign, I got an intuitive hit about maybe it might be a case this season where someone mistakes you for Capricorn energy. So you might be bringing the truth in some kind of way that is like, someone's like, are you a Capricorn? Someone actually might ask you, are you a Capricorn? So it might happen, it might not, but yeah. Let's go ahead and talk on this. I'm going to read the medicine wheel in reverse. Let's see. The essence of the medicine wheel. The medicine wheel is a sacred hoop with the 4 cardinal directions well marked. Kind of like the Wheel of Fortune. It represents the cycle of life. Let me let you all see this. Medicine wheel card. Okay. Okay, yeah. It's in frame. It's in reverse, but it's in frame. It represents the cycles of life, the cycles of nature, and the circular pattern of our cosmos. It has been used for millennia in indigenous cultures to bring harmony and well-being to the village. Its directions symbolize the 4 steps the shaman takes to become a person of power and wisdom. The medicine. You must not postpone your healing journey any longer. It can be difficult to start, but you must find inner strength to step into the medicine wheel, or you may lose your opportunity. There are many ways and many paths. Choose the one you resonate most with. Once you have found it, the only mistake you can make is not to follow it. Go boldly. And again, in this card, it's recommended to try and find something positive to invite change in your health. So if you're experiencing a health issue, definitely just be positive. Just be positive and find something that you resonate with in order to get that healing that you're looking for. Because you can change it. This Wheel of Fortune says that. This medicine wheel also says that. Even in reverse, you can heal. All right, let's go on to the next. All right, so Sagittarius. So you all are represented by the Temperance card in Tarot. This is about synthesis, drawing from both the rational and the intuitive, and moderation in health matters. Or at least if you have any health issues, you should have some moderation in treating it. So maybe treating it from a spiritual aspect as well as, like a full-on medical side. So basically, don't overtreat in either or, right? And it's kind of fitting. You all have the 6 of Pentacles. This is about spiritual. This is about balance, of course, but it's also about. I want to say this is about getting what you need versus what you want, and oftentimes that is the correct medicine. If we're constantly trying to find, trying to push and get what we want, sometimes we do too much, right? We end up doing too much, and we actually miss the goal of what we originally had set out to do, which is getting what we needed. And instead, yes, we got what we want, but we totally overshot the goal, and now we've lost track of what we actually needed. So that's what the energy that I'm seeing here, and it's, again, quite amazing that it vibes so much with you all as represented by the Temperance card, which is, again, balance, harmony. It's about balance between the spiritual and the real, right? The physical. There was something else as I was dealing the cards. I just kept getting a sense that Sagittarius feels very stuck right now, and it probably is because maybe you've been either on the go too much, or you've been stuck for too long. And again, there's this sense of moderation. Something is asking you to balance these things out. Something is asking you to find harmony, or again, you all should find some sort of synthesis. Maybe it is in your philosophy and your daily spirituality. Maybe there's some sort of balance that needs to be had there. But let's go ahead and read your guidance. The guidance that came out for you all was the Earth Keeper, the number 18 card, upright. Just as you're involved in co-creating your world, you are also responsible for its well-being. The Earth Keepers are dedicated to the stewardship of the earth and all life. They choose to hold the sacred dream of a planet where all beings live in peace and where the rivers in the air are clean. Remember that everything you do has impact for 7 generations. The invitation here, you have outgrown. Ooh, that's where I get the feeling of stuckness for you all. You have outgrown your small dream of success. You've overshot your goal, Sagittarius. You've overshot your goal, and now it's about getting what you need versus what you want. You have outgrown your small dream of success and achievement and are ready to dream big with possibilities beyond your wildest expectations. Take on the mantle of the Earth Keeper and reach out to a friend in need whom you may not have been in touch with for some time. Take care of your pets and feed the strays that come by. Clean up your yard, as this is a reflection of your relationship to the earth. Grow the sacred dream, and your personal life will flourish. Remember, it's not about me, in quotation marks, any longer. Wow. Sagittarius, that is pretty powerful. Balance. If you all are feeling stuck where you are, take care of where you are. Treat it as a new country. Treat it as a new space. Live the vision of new earth right where you are. Okay? All right. Up next is, I believe, Capricorn. See ya. Okay. Capricorns. You all are represented by the Devil card. I'm sorry, I'm not breathing because of the Devil card, but I'm getting the intuitive messages that came in as I was dealing the cards. And for some reason, I kept thinking that Capricorn, whatever you may have doled out during your season might be, I don't know why I'm feeling that it might be turning around on you this season. I have no idea why that came through. So let's go ahead. You all are represented by the Devil card in the Major Arcana. Again, Devil card, like the Scorpio, the card for Scorpio, which is death. It's not a bad thing, but it is a message, right? It's about our attachments. It's about our learned helplessness. Like, who are we giving our power to? Who are we allowing to tell us? Who are we allowing to tell us or dictate to us who is in charge and who is not, right? This is also about creative energy. When we go down into these depths of, even if we're talking, as a correlation, talking about shadow work, we're talking about bringing forth something that was repressed in order to let it create and express itself in the way that it wanted to at the time that it was repressed or pushed down into the darkness or into those depths, right? Because if we think about the devil and hell, it really is a correlation to what have we repressed, right? What have we pushed down so much because we didn't express it or allow it to be free at the time, right? What is it that we did not allow to come forward and express and create, right? Okay, I'll keep going. The Devil card, if we're talking about health matters, this is also about poor health brought on by harmful behavior. And it's recommended that you seek professional help, or if it's a silent illness, to get it checked. Like if you see this card now, and because I've written it out, because I've taken the time to write it out, I absolutely recommend go to a doctor, get yourself checked, get a physical done, get some tests done, get some blood work done. I'm not saying that as medical advice, but I am saying if there's something that you think is silent that might be going on, go to the doctor. Don't even finish reading this. You're listening to this reading or watching it. Just make a doctor's appointment. Screw anything I've said. I've got to blank that out. Okay, I'm gonna blank that out in editing. So here we go. Wow, I can't believe I said that. So let's talk about the Daughter of Wands. The Daughter of Wands is the Page of Wands. This is creativity. This is passion, but it is a message, right? It's very youthful, and it's almost as if it's an adventure, right? It's what's the word? There's a curiosity here, and of course, you know, it's again there's a curiosity here. I'll say that. Curious passion, curious, but you're not really fully invested in it. You're just very curious at this point. It's very, very youthful energy, and it could be about a child being curious. So, Capricorns, if you're watching this, and you know, maybe there's a child that is curious about something. Maybe they have asked you a question about, excuse me, about, I don't know, something family related, maybe something health related. Maybe just get it checked out, you know? All right, so you all got the hummingbird in reverse for your medicine. Let's see. Hummingbird. That is 26, and it is in reverse. If you can see that, hope you can. Okay. Despite being so little, hummingbirds are great journeyers, migrating between North and Central or South America to feed from the summer nectar. This gentle creature can be fiercely territorial to protect its home. Hummingbird teaches us to be gentle to ourselves and to protect our personal space. Hummingbird invites you to embark on your epic quest, bypass the dung pile of old pain and hurts, head for the flowers, and learn to trust the calling you hear ever so softly. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna take a quick drink of water. This mighty being comes to teach you stillness and motion, and to trust your inner knowing that the sweetest nectar is assured. Failing to act when the moment is right can spoil your journey. If you feel your safety, comfort, or day-to-day survival are more important than saying yes to the invitation to explore the unknown, you will have to work much harder to achieve what is being offered to you freely now. Yeah, there's a curiosity here. There's some sort of, you're curious about a passion, you're curious about an idea or a direction, you're curious about some sort of creative endeavor, and the invitation here is to follow it. Follow your curiosity. Still your mind, and even in the midst of your very hectic schedule, and heed the gentle voice that calls to you to test new wings. Yeah. All right, Capricorn, that is your reading, and I need to make a note to edit out some of the words in my advice. Okay, at least, you know, the bad words. All right, next. Okay, Aquarius, you all are represented by the Star card. And I think that's a perfect card for Aquarius. Just, you know, fully out there in the universe, just being a star, having hope, having a new idea, just, you know, floating around, part of the universe. Excuse me. But it's also about internally, right? As far as our psyche goes. It's also about values as our internal navigation device that guides us through difficult times. As far as our health, it means that we're coming into great healing, or we're feeling more hopeful. That's, again, perfect for Aquarius. This is how the card came out when I was dealing it. Ace of Swords, clarity. We could be getting clarity about our values. We could be getting a new start on a new idea. This is also like a hit of inspiration even. But with swords, because it's air, I see it as, you know what, and I never really put this in my readings, but it could be that you're getting, you know, emails or communication or text messages about a new opportunity or a new beginning. You could be getting some sort of message about that. This is, again, but it could be about digital communications coming in that offer you some hope. Or maybe, yeah, a navigation device. You might be getting a new watch. Could be as simple as that. You might be getting a new phone, or, you know, some sort of new GPS connected system that guides you. Simple as that, really. Aquarius, kind of keeping it easy. Your guidance is the Beloved in reverse. So let's look at that. This is the number 5 card in the Mystical Shaman deck. The Beloved is the recognition of spirit in another and moving towards spirit through the other. It is when the divine appears to us in the form of our child, our partner, our friend, and we experience being in love. As we grow, we start to recognize the Beloved in everyone, not confusing their personality with their divine nature. Be careful with romantic love, the kind of love you fall in and out of. Own all the projections you have placed upon the person you are dreaming of. Remember that they are only mirroring back your own deep longings, rather than revealing their true selves. If you fail to notice this, be prepared to walk through the fire of strong emotions once again. So Aquarius, for Aries season. Yeah, so this could actually be something related to someone mirroring back to you the strength that you naturally hold. And, you know, you could be messaging someone about this and not really, maybe you're not even getting the response in return that you expected. Wow. Either way, I think the guidance is correct. I mean, I always trust and believe in it. Stay you, stay doing you. But be cautious in matters of the heart. Be cautious in matters of love. I usually don't equate swords with emotions, but I do equate it with digital communications. You might have this clarity, but it might not be shared with someone else. So just, again, be careful. That's all. All right, Aquarius, that's your guidance for Aries season. And last but not least, we have Pisces. All right, so Pisces, you all are represented by the Moon card in the Major Arcana. Pisces is always, Pisces, you know, their season especially, there's a value, right, in the confusing shadow. And there's value, okay, let me start over. Pisces and the Moon represent the value of confusion, the shadow, and the parts of the confusion in the shadow and the parts of ourselves that we have rejected. Pisces could also indicate, the Moon card can also indicate that we're having mental health issues related to anxiety and depression, or issues related to menstruation or the hormones. Now, it's interesting that the 8, you know, that I end on talking about menstruation and hormones, and then the 8 of Pentacles shows up, because this talks about having a stable cycle. So it could be that your health is good in that respect. This is about stability. The 8 of Pentacles is about having a healthy cycle. And I don't know why it just came up that maybe you're keeping track of your cycles, regardless of, you know, menstrual or creative, or maybe you're keeping like a daily calendar or something. But there's this Moon card. Maybe, you know, you're looking at this and you're like, well, what in each part of the cycle, has there been any change? Like, you're tracking it really, really closely. Whatever you're tracking it closely. And you're keeping an eye on how you are repeating your successes. You know, what happens when you're successful? What were the conditions around the success? And how can you repeat that success for longer lasting results? Okay, so Pisces, that's where you all are. Now let's look at your guidance, because I know just having one card doesn't really say a whole lot, But when we're talking about pentacles, we're talking about stability. We're talking about our resources. And again, you know, if you're a woman or you identify as a woman, you understand that there are cycles in the way that your hormones work. You know, even if you're male identified, you understand that there are cycles. So let's continue with the guidance from Pachamama from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. I've never drawn this card before, so I'm pretty interested in what the guidance card has to say. Actually, let me get some water really quickly. Okay. All right, Pachamama. Pachamama represents the unconditional love that the earth has for all her children, including the stones, the plants, the animals, and humans. She is the goddess of earth, also known as Gaia, who pervades all creation on our planet. Thanks to Pachamama, our timeless soul can experience life in a biological body. The joy and pain we taste during our brief time on earth are invitations to discover the boundless love of Pachamama. The medicine. You still believe that you have been cast out of the Garden of Eden, that you are motherless and homeless. You suppose that you need to work very hard to survive or thrive. It is time to stop suffering. Let go of that old myth and realize you were given the garden to rejoice in and to become its steward. And I look at this, I look at this Eight of Pentacles and I see the spider in the center. You are the steward of your own success. You know, if you are pushing yourself hard, Pisces, if you are constantly looking and you're looking at all your successes to find the failures, you're doing it wrong. You're casting yourself out of the very place where you belong. You are the spider. This is your web. This is your world. You know how to be successful. You don't need to look for failure. I'm going to continue reading. Your melancholy is really a longing to return to the heart of Pachamama. Listen deeply to the mother who is always there for you. Walk in beauty and honor all life. Wow. That's pretty powerful. I am going to end on that note. I hope you all have a wonderful month, and I will see you soon.